She looks like the kind of woman who married into money. Probably a gold digger on her third husband," Nathan whispered confidently, loud enough for nearby passengers to overhear. Little did he know, he was moments away from a lesson he'd never forget. Before we dive in, let me know in the comments where you're tuning in from today. Nathan Kessler was comfortable in seat 3A, first-class luxury, just how he liked it. A seasoned businessman, he believed confidence was the only currency that mattered. With his perfectly tailored suit and designer watch, Nathan considered himself a master at sizing up people. Today, his target was the elegant blonde woman, quietly sitting just rows ahead, absorbed in her tablet. Ever notice how some people think money can buy class? Nathan nudged the man next to him, who responded with a polite but forced smile. Nathan didn't notice the discomfort. He was already lost in his own voice. "Look at her," he continued. "Expensive handbag, designer clothes. Bet she's some reality TV star clinging to her fading fame." The woman never looked up, never acknowledged him. And somehow, her quiet confidence made Nathan even more determined to provoke a reaction. Before we dive deeper into this intriguing story, let me know real quick where you're watching from today. Drop a comment down below. As the plane leveled off, Nathan decided to escalate things. With exaggerated charm, he flagged down the flight attendant. "Another scotch, and whatever she's having too, on me." It was a move intended purely for attention, but to his surprise, the attendant simply replied, "She's fine, sir," walking away without a second glance. Irritated by this unexpected resistance, Nathan leaned toward his neighbor again, louder this time, hoping to finally get a rise out of her. "She's probably some senator's ex-wife," he laughed. "Or one of those flashy lawyers who can't actually win a case. You know the type." "Excuse me, sir?" The calm voice startled him. Nathan turned, only to meet the woman's steady, unreadable gaze. For a brief moment, his heart skipped. There was no anger in her eyes, only quiet authority. She simply observed him, then gave the smallest, most inscrutable smile before turning back to her tablet. For the first time, Nathan felt uneasy. He cleared his throat, trying to regain composure. But the woman never looked at him again, making his embarrassment all the more noticeable to everyone around. He tried once more to break the awkward silence. "Pam, right?" he ventured awkwardly. "You don't really look like a Pam." Still, silence. Frustration grew inside Nathan. The passengers around him began exchanging knowing glances, subtly mocking him. But Nathan was still unaware, until the flight attendant spoke clearly enough for everyone to hear. "Ms. Bondi, would you like another beverage?" The name hit Nathan like cold water. Bondi. Pam Bondi. His mind raced to piece together memories. Former Attorney General of Florida. High-powered, nationally recognized, politically influential. The realization slammed into him like a ton of bricks. His arrogance had blinded him so thoroughly that he'd failed to recognize someone whose very name commanded respect across the country. He felt his throat tighten. How had he missed it? He'd publicly mocked someone who could ruin his reputation without lifting a finger. Desperately, Nathan tried to salvage the situation. He plastered on his best, most forced smile. "Ms. Bondi, I didn't realize. It's truly an honor. I've actually followed your cases closely." But Pam didn't respond, didn't even glance his way. It was as if he had ceased to exist. Nathan's embarrassment was complete. The passengers who'd overheard his remarks shared subtle smiles. The man next to him immersed himself deeper into his book, clearly distancing himself. Nathan sank back into his seat, utterly deflated. The rest of the flight was agonizingly quiet. Nathan reflected painfully on his own behavior, realizing for perhaps the first time how his arrogance had made him small, not powerful. True authority, he now understood, wasn't loud or showy. It was calm, dignified, and silent, just like Pam Bondi. As the plane began its descent into Tampa, Nathan resolved to make a change. Respect wasn't about flaunting wealth or position. It was about humility, empathy, and character. Pam Bondi had taught him this invaluable lesson without ever saying a word. So, the next time you're tempted to judge someone too quickly, remember Nathan's story. Because respect isn't given, it's earned, one quiet moment at a time. Enjoyed this story? Click the next video on your screen for another unforgettable lesson.